If someone doesn't want you, you have to walk away. No amount of you fighting for them, or I'm going to prove them that how much I love them by never giving up on them and having this kind of really whimsical, romantic kind of notion about it, is not the best thing to do, and it's not going to help the situation. It's going to make it worse. Hi guys, my name is Christine, and I'm a dating, relationship and personal development coach. And today I'm talking about why walking away is not giving up. So sometimes I come across people, and I've definitely experienced this. I've definitely had this kind of attitude before, especially when I was a lot younger. And it's kind of the sense of, if I walk away from a crush that doesn't like me, or if I start giving up on a relationship that was once, really good, even though it's bad now, if I walk away from it, it can seem like I'm giving up on that person. And I want to show them that I'm never going to give up on them. And maybe if I show them that I'm never going to give up on them, maybe they will return the feelings, or maybe they'll fall back in love with me. And I feel like this is a lot of assumptions that people make when they are going through like a huge crush, or they've been rejected by someone, or they've been dumped. They feel like, if I show this ex of mine or this crush of mine that I'm never going to give up on them, maybe they will start returning the feelings. Maybe they will start to fall in love with me. But the exact opposite is true. The exact opposite. If you continue to fight for someone that doesn't want you, that's not going to make them want you back. That's not going to make them love you. That's going to make them not respect you. And it's not the self-respecting thing to do to yourself to stick around with someone who doesn't want you. If someone doesn't want you, you have to walk away. No amount of you fighting for them, or I'm going to prove them that how much I love them by never giving up on them and having this kind of really whimsical, romantic kind of notion about it, is not the best thing to do, and it's not going to help the situation. It's going to make it worse. It's going to make them lose respect for you. And I feel like we've all kind of had this experience, whether it's not with a romantic relationship, but we just basically have this person. We come across someone in our lives who really, really likes us. It could be a friendship thing. It could be a love thing. And you don't feel the same way about them. You don't want to be their friend. You don't want to be their romantic lover, because you're just not into them in that way. You just don't want to be friends with them. You just don't want to be in anything romantic with them. You just don't see them in that way. Perhaps you even find them kind of annoying. And when they're like insisting to be in your life, you don't respect them. You're like, oh God, just go away. I don't want you. This is exactly what your ex or this crush could be feeling about you if you're, giving them these speeches about how you're never going to give up on them. It's the worst thing you could do, because it basically loses any shred of respect that they had for you. And any respect that you have for yourself as well. If you keep on trying to force your way into people's lives who don't want you to be there, you have to go out into the world and find your own people. And some people you come into contact with, you're going to really like, and they're going to really like you. Those are the people that you want to be friends with. Those are the kinds of people you want as your romantic lovers, because they want you to be there. They actually want you to be there. And if you try and force yourself into the life of someone who doesn't want you to be there, who's sick of you, who has rejected you, who has dumped you, you're not doing yourself any favors, and you're definitely not winning their favor. You're definitely not winning their heart. So don't have this kind of attitude of, if I walk away from them, it's going to show them that I've given up on them. And perhaps if I just fought a little bit longer, perhaps they would have fallen in love with me. Perhaps they would have returned the feelings. Perhaps they would have fallen back in love with me. But it's the exact opposite of true. You need to show strength and respect for yourself, because no one can love you if they don't respect you. No one can love you if they don't respect you. And if you're giving them these speeches of, I'm never going to give up on you, or I'm going to be your last love, and all these kinds of things, it may seem like the romantic thing to do in TV shows and movies, having this kind of, brave, because it's kind of seen as something brave to like keep on fighting for someone. But actually it's not. It's actually a very weak thing to do. And the people that are watching this happen think you're weak. You probably feel a sense of weakness in you that you probably don't understand, because you know it's not the right thing to do instinctively. And the person that you have attraction for is also going to not respect you. They're also going to feel this kind of like, oh God, what are you doing? Please don't stop doing this to yourself. You know, they're going to have this kind of like, oh, is this going to turn their stomach when they see you trying to fight for a place in their life that they don't want you in? You know, when I got married, like one of the vows that I said to my wife and my wife said to me was to respect you. Like that's usually a common thing in wedding vows. And the thing is, and that's true, you know, if you don't respect someone, you can't love them. Because if you kind of think that what they do is silly, what they kind of do is a bit, you know, you just kind of like roll your eyes at it, and you just don't respect what they do, you don't respect their behavior, you don't respect what they say. It doesn't make, you can't love someone that you don't respect. It just makes you think that they're silly. There's no attraction if you don't respect someone. You know, respect is very, very crucial, and it's not really talked about that much when it comes to romantic relationships. You need to respect the person you're with. Even if you don't agree with them, you should at least respect them. And if you're showing all these displays of weakness and all these displays of like lack of self-respect, and one of the ways that you can do that is by becoming overly needy and trying to fight to be in someone's life who doesn't want you to be there. You know, that this shows lack of self-respect, and it makes people not respect you. And it makes, you know, even onlookers, even your friends and family who know you're doing this will probably lose respect for you, because they keep on telling you, look, they don't want you in their life anymore. You should just move on. You should just go and find someone else. And if you've heard your friends saying this kind of thing to you, you need to listen to it. I know it's easier said than done, you know, especially if you have strong emotion for someone, but you really do need to let go, because otherwise your friends aren't going to respect you. You know, the people that know about this aren't going to respect you. The person that you like isn't going to respect you, and you're definitely not going to respect yourself. Respect is a very, very crucial component to a romantic relationship. It has to be there, because if it's not, then it comes across as like I feel like if you're in a relationship where one person doesn't respect the other, the person that isn't respected is often the end of jokes, you know, the butt end of jokes. They're usually the one that everyone kind of rolls their eyes at. You know, they're not listened to properly because there's no respect. So walking away from someone isn't giving up. It's actually doing something very, very important. It's displaying strength. Now, this person, once you've walked away, may come back into your life once they sense that you are now strong. And you're willing to walk away from them, basically, and you're willing to no longer be disrespected by them. And when I say that, I don't mean that you should go up and say to them, oh, you're disrespecting me, so I'm walking away. I don't mean that you should do anything. Basically, all you do is just stop contacting them, just walk away from them. I don't want you to go up to them and say, the reason why you don't love me is because you don't respect me, so now you have to start respecting me. You don't say anything like that. You don't do anything like that. You realize that, hey, this person, for whatever reason, has lost interest in me. They don't want me in their life. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to give them what they want. I'm just not going to speak to them anymore. I'm just not going to contact them anymore. I'm just going to move on with my life and go and find people that do want me around, that do want to date me, that do have respect for me, that do like me, that do want me in their life. Right, and once you start doing that, it shows strength to that person that has dumped you or rejected you. And even if you don't win their heart, at least you'll at least got a sliver of chance of earning their respect again. And most importantly, you are earning your own self-respect by not being around someone who doesn't want you there. It doesn't feel good to be around someone who doesn't want you to be there. It doesn't feel good to go on a date with someone who's not really that interested in you. It doesn't feel great to try and force your way into someone's life that doesn't have the same feeling for you. It's tough, it's difficult, it's emotionally heartbreaking for yourself. It's not the best thing to do. You should be always trying to find people that want you there. Right? And that's ultimately the message that I wanted to give across in this video. So if you'd like help with me personally and you'd like coaching, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com. Thank you so much for watching, and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.